7 million years ago, our ancestors stood up on two legs. For the next 7 million years, progress was almost non-existent. Our lineage was a slow crawl of fire and stone tools that barely changed for millions of years. Then, about 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens appeared, and everything changed. In the blink of an evolutionary eye, we went from carving rocks to landing rovers on Mars. How did this happen? Mainstream science calls it a lucky accident, but ancient Sumerian texts tell a different story. They say we didn't evolve. We were engineered long before the pyramids, the world's first empire. Sumer emerged. They didn't just start civilization. They invented it overnight. They gave us the wheel, complex mathematics, and the very time system we use today. But the Sumerians insisted they didn't invent anything. They claimed they were taught by the Anunnaki, those who from the heavens came. Why would an advanced alien race travel across the galaxy to a primitive Earth? The answer is gold. Not for jewelry, but for survival. Gold is the ultimate conductor, essential for advanced electronics and, most importantly, for repairing a planetary atmosphere. The Anunnaki needed it to save their dying home world, Nibiru, whose atmosphere was collapsing. Suspending gold particles in their air could reflect radiation and stabilize their world. Around 450,000 years ago, the Anunnaki landed and began mining. The heavy labor was done by a lesser race, the Ajiji. But after 150,000 years, the Ajiji revolted. Facing a crisis, the Anunnaki scientist Enki proposed a solution. Create a new worker. They took the primitive hominids of Earth and fused their DNA with Anunnaki genetics. The goal wasn't a peer, it was a docile tool. The result was the Adamu, the first man. This explains the strange gaps in our own Why do we have skin that burns in the sun, unlike any other mammal? Why do so many of us suffer from chronic back pain, as if we were designed for a planet with lower gravity? We aren't the masters of this planet. We're descendants of a workforce left behind. As humans multiplied, the lines blurred. Anunnaki gods took human partners, creating forbidden, high-breasted giants of legend. Mankind was no longer a submissive slave race. The Anunnaki had what they came for, and their experiment had become a chaotic mess. As their home planet Nibiru made its 3,600-year return, its gravity threatened to cause a global flood. The Anunnaki didn't cause the flood. They just chose not to warn us. They boarded their ships, returned to the heavens, and watched as their creation was washed away.